Race number 5 at Ascot. It's over the 1,600 metres, an event for the 3-year-olds, and we'll have a short price favourite in this one. And no doubt the punters are still quite confident on the chances of Lightning in My Veins.
Yes, Lightning in My Veins. First start won a Group 3, but we'll have a look at the maiden win of number 7, Irish Brother, who came from well back to just come over the top of them.
350 to go. Midnight Banquet still in front from Rovaniemi. Special Words getting up near the fence. Memoirs of Paris going for run. Crosswalk called upon. Shrewd Gamble, his Irish Brother winding up with 150 left to go. Irish Brother coming down the middle with Hodgepodge. Irish Brother a half a length on Hodgepodge, and Irish Brother will get the money. Irish Brother gives the Erkeland stable a
really nice performance there by Irish Brother, as you said. Stepped up to the 1,400 metres, got back and ran on strongly. How strong those form lines are, we have to wait and see. A little concerned that it was defeated the start before by So Fancy, and well and truly beaten the start before that by Corvara, as again the distance didn't suit, so you take that into consideration there as well. But just not sure if a horse like Irish Brother can match it with the top 2.
I very much like the horse getting over a mile though, which should be a definite positive. We've also got number 1, Lightning in My Veins, as we mentioned, Adam. Opened up $1.50, too short for me.
Yeah, look, I'm not as confident that this horse is as brilliant as everybody thinks. I've said that leading into the race where it was beaten by where it just beat the Blue Nipper, and then when it was beaten last start as well, we didn't have it on top. I think it's just a little bit vulnerable. People have jumped in that win. A Group 3 win on debut. It was sensational. It was a really talented galloper, but we just need to see a little bit more. Had a bit of a break, so maybe it just needed that run and spelt as well. But it was beaten by Cuban and Cundy last start. And again, there's not much of a weight. Well, they meet at the same weights again. So wouldn't be taking $1.50. I do have it on top though, and that is the way that I'll be selecting. Number 1, Lightning in My Veins. From number 2, Cuban and Cundy, which will lead the race and kick at the top of the straight. From 4, Corrente, and number 6, Headlander Boy.
I've got Cuban and Cundy on top. Number 2 of 1, Lightning in My Veins. From 7, Irish Brother. And 4, Corrente.
Race number 6 at Ascot is over the 1,400 metres. The first time that Singapore joins us, and it'll be Australia race number 12. And although there's some really competitive races throughout the day and a listed race, well, this is probably my favourite one on the card because I feel there's a lot of winning chances, and we do see some good horses returning like Dark Max and Tradesman as well.
I know there's one particular filly that we're both quite keen on actually. Number 10, Shall We Chloe, and we'll have a look at it sitting 3 wide last start in the Raconteur Stakes.
Sophinus dropping out, and Lightning in My Veins to the outside, just holding, pushing shapes a little tight at the 200-metre mark, and All G races up now alongside of Cubit and Cundy. Showy Chloe has to call upon all her reserves. She's trying to dig in. All G's got something to offer. Showy Chloe trying to run her down. All G, Showy Chloe got to dive in.
Yeah, Showy Chloe, she's one of my favourite fillies so far. I was a little bit disappointed with that win. I still think she should have been good enough to go past All G, although as you mentioned the early trip wasn't great. It just still thought the whole way in the straight you're just waiting for it just to let down and go past. So there was a bit of disappointment with that, but there's a lot of positives here. Barrier 4 drops 3 kilos as well. We haven't seen her carry the 54 for a while, and there is going to be speed in the race with Corporate Larrikin, so she won't have to do all of the hard work as well. I think she's one of the best bets of the day.
She'll get a really nice sit in behind them, Adam. We've also got last start winner of Lunar Eclipse, who was very good on that soft track that day.
Yeah, certainly was. I thought there may have been a few concerns leading into the race, but by Bletchley Park, Mare had no issues getting through the track. Step up in distance is a huge positive. The claim to Jordan Turner as well, who has won on this galloper, the 56.5 kilos, I think it's the biggest threat.
We've also got Eurosun. I think he can break through today. I'm hoping he can. I want to be on him when he wins, and I'm hoping that this Saturday is the day.
Punters have said that for 563 days, and they said it last start as well when kicking away by a length and a half, and then Star Exhibit just went whooshka on the inside. Look, I love this horse as well. So honest, and at the end of the day, it keeps paying the checks for owners, but I can't see it winning this race. Look, it's going to get a lovely run again from Barrier 3. Fingers crossed for the Simon Miller team. But I will be taking it on with number 10, Showy Chloe. From number 3, Lunar Eclipse. The 5, Dark Musket. And 7, Eurosun.
Eurosun finally draws a gate. I'm getting on number 7, Eurosun from 3, Lunar Eclipse, 10, Showy Chloe, and 6, Tradesman.
Race number 7 at Ascot is Australia. Race number 14 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1,500 metres. And if I'm alive in the quaddie, I want the field.
Yes, indeed. We'll head straight into the replay with number 8, Star Bay, winning last start.
Down on the rail, Excuse Me Mac, headed Flying Image, and Star Bay runs on to grab them both. 2 lengths Mr. Bellfire from Bachelor's Prospect, but Star Bay, the big fellow on the outside of Excuse Me Mac, nearing the 100. He's a neck clear. Star Bay with Excuse Me Mac. He's rallying, but Star Bay is putting his stamp on the finish of the race and comes away.
Better performance there by Star Bay. I don't like the form lines at all, though. Beating Excuse Me Mac by by a length which hasn't won for probably over 400 days. The field was quite weak. It was a midfield event. It carried the 54.5. Does carry just the 53.5 here. The barrier is a big positive. Not often you say a horse drawing 10 is a bonus, but this horse needs to be away from the mall, get back and run on strongly because it is such a big horse. But I just don't know if he's going to have the class to win this race.
Adam, I'd love to know your thoughts on number 4, the Flirt, out of McFlirt, of course, and they just swim, don't they?
Yeah, if it rains, this horse certainly comes into consideration. We saw that again, attacking the line strongly last start behind Star Exhibit. So if you like Star Exhibit again, I think you have to like the Flirt. The 1,500 metres that stays at that distance, I thought they might try and increase, but again, I give the Flirt a really good chance in the race.
Number 11, Adam Riparillo, that Brian Kersley yard is just flying. You'd have to give it some sort of chance.
Oh.
The yard's just going phenomenal at the
Has
moment.
been a beaten favourite in many of its starts. Jumped at 2.45 last campaign, 2.10 first up and was beaten, and then was able to win at $1.55 last start at Pinjarra. I've got a really good opinion of this horse. I know it's taken a little bit of time, 6 starts to break through for that maiden victory, but as we've seen with these Brian Kersley trained gallopers and Brad Parnham riding, it doesn't matter what they've done before or what they're facing. They just win the $85 winner at Ascot on Wednesday. The form was only iffy, but the horse just comes out and runs. I'm with you. I wouldn't be taking out Riparillo out of this race, but taking a look at the selections, I'm going to go with the Cerise and White here of Royal Supreme on top. From number 7, Mr. Mankini, number 3, King of Woo, and 4, the Flirt.
I'm with you, Adam. I've got the 10 on top. Royal Supreme from 11, Riparillo, 5, Drooper, and 1, Wins a Moment.
Race number 8 at Ascot. It's Australia, race number 16 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 2,200 metres. We just mentioned the previous race that you'd want the field. The last thing you want in a quaddie is to finish in Perth with a 2,200 metre event.
Yes, because as we know, it can throw up a rough result or two. We'll have a look at the replay of Koralabek winning first up on a Wednesday meeting at Ascot.
Last at the top of the home straight now, the leaders got swallowed up by Bono Vox, and now down the outside, Sir Dandy with its run, also Moment of Lover, and Koralabek around the heels is starting to put in hard, and Slick Talker's scything its way through the middle with Profound Effect. Koralabek, Sir Dandy, Profound Effect down on the inside, but wider out. Koralabek got the head in front. First up,
Strong performance there by Koralabek. The difference was W. Pike, as simple as that. Again, this horse had absolutely no right to win, was on the inside, just kept getting pushed out and then ran down the outside and got the job done. The 1,600 metres first up is too short, but still had the class to get the job done there. We know that Durant gallopers have the fitness. They train on that heavy sand. This horse will be ready to go over the 2,200 metres. I've got a lot of time for the horse. I've got a good opinion of the horse. I know that Adam really likes the horse too, but we have to go back to last campaign where we all still thought the same thing, was rolled as a $3 favourite and a $2.45 favourite. Now, I still think it's the best horse in the race and it's going to have the best career, but I'm just a little bit worried about diving in second up at a short price from what we saw first up, because we saw that last campaign as well. So I've taken it on only just, but it is one of the leading chances.
I can entertain around $4 for this galloper. I just think this is a stepping stone on the way to much bigger things for this horse. William Pike goes on, as you mentioned as well, Adam. Number 9, Flying Force as well. Great win a fortnight ago when holding off Boutique.
Well, this horse has the best form in the race. There's no doubt about that. You go through it, beaten 2.5 lengths by Cougar Express, just beaten by Keysbrook. As you said, beat Boutique last time, which ran a really nice second again the Wednesday at Ascot and had no right, was caught wide throughout as well. So the form lines are good enough, but we do have to remember that it took 400 odd days for this horse to break through as well. It's had 8 attempts at the track and distance for only that 1 win. Drawn a gate, gets back, runs on strongly. In an open race, I was happy to take Flying Force, but zero confidence.
There's one runner I also want to touch on, number 11, Hakuna Matata. Now, it's a half-brother to 2 listed winners over East in those famous blue and green colours. Now, this is the right trip for this horse, and I can just see it popping up at a really big price here.
Yeah, look, I agree with you, actually. We were talking off-air about this horse. It's had the 10 career starts and only finished second on 3 occasions. The form's not great. Look, it's been over the trip. We have to say that as well. It's been over the trip the last 2 runs. It's raced over 2,300 metres and 2,200 metres and has only carried half a kilo more, and they are in maidens, and they were really weak maidens too. So that has to be noted. But Brad Parnham going on is a massive bonus. I think the Ascot track will suit as well. And if you are looking for an upset in your quaddie leg, I'm with you. I will be putting Hakuna Matata into that leg and hoping for a little bit of value to finish this off. Let's take a look at the selections though for the final race. I'm going with number 9, Flying Force, from 1, the Ladies' Choice, 2, Koralabek, and 3, Present Arms.
Adam, I've got the 2 on top, Koralabek from number 9, Flying Force, 3, Present Arms, and 11, Hakuna Matata.
Time now to take a look at the best bets of the card. I'm going to be focusing the back end with race 5, number 1, Lightning in My Veins, and race 6, number 10, Shall We Chloe?
I've got race 3, number 2, Ron's Call at nice each way odds, and race 8, number 2, Corralabec.
As we always say, make sure you do follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram and also Twitter, and visit perthracing.com.au to keep up to date with all of the conditions on track and all of the events coming up as well. On behalf of both of us, hopefully found you a couple of winners. We'll be back again with another edition next week.
Good luck.